is Successful, aka
So I hope everybody had a good weekend. My eyes have been watering a lot, guys. Not only due to my life, but a cold front or something came in yesterday, and it just got really cold today.
And what
It
life
was
is
basically
that?
40 degrees all day today. And tonight they're saying that it's gonna freeze or something, and it's like real unexpected. Because what are we? We're in March, right? We haven't really, we really can't complain here because we haven't really had a bad winter. Like most of our winter has been very sunny. But I'm going to ask for you guys to pray. I should have said not for me, but with me. Please, guys, pray with me. I am so close to my breakthrough that I need. You know what I mean, guys? And
What breakthrough? Because if you don't have a job, you haven't broken through anything.
I'm just asking you guys to pray with me. I've been working on stuff and working on one particular thing every day. And I just need y'all to pray with me. You
Getting a
know,
job? Getting a job?
I try not to be a person that like lets fear get in my situation, circumstances, or whatever, guys. But I'm gonna say that this past week was pretty challenging. No, actually, the past I won't say a month. I'm gonna say the past 2 weeks has been very, very challenging. And I've been just staying as silent as I can, and living life and just trying to be as grateful as I can be every day, you know.
How about trying to be employed? Try that.
But the past 2 weeks was very, 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 very challenging for a number of reasons.
You're living in your car.
And I'm so close to this breakthrough, guys, and I see it and I envision it and I know that I'm close. So I just pray that you guys pray with me, as
Get a
I
job.
enter into a season of praying a lot more. Like I need to pray a lot more. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. And I want to say this, like, I don't know where this came from. I don't know where you ladies came from. And I don't know what, because you guys, all last year I was very heavily needing from the financial help and stuff like that. And I don't know where you guys came from this past weekend. But when I tell y'all came through and helped me in a financial way that I was not expecting. I've just been grinding, doing my food deliveries and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness. Stop living off of other people's pockets. Get a freaking job.
And I didn't even expect it. And
Bullshit.
it was like the blessing I didn't even know I really needed. Because I was
Bullshit.
just tired this past weekend, guys. Like,
From
I
what?
don't feel like I have a day off, between taking Caitlin to her job, me running food orders, doing like just like living life. Y'all know how it is living life in a car. Like somebody says you can't live in a car. I'm not saying living in a car. I'm saying basically doing everything that a person does, like their laundry, like taking care of your car, things like that. I'm just doing those things in my car.
Nobody does their laundry in their car. You're living in your car. What's your address? What's your address if you're not living in your car?
I don't live in a car. Like you can't live in a car. Like so I just thought that was like when you said that or whatever in the comments, it's like ain't no way in hell I'm living in a car. I'm sleeping in my car, but I don't. My
Oh, okay. So the your last one of your last videos, you were comparing yourself with DoorDash and Dante London, and how y'all are going through similar things and what. I mean, DoorDash living in her car. You y'all are pretty much doing the same thing. I'm still skeptical about her, but y'all are pretty much doing the same thing. I mean, you've been doing this shit for 5 years plus. What's your address if you're not living in your car?
life
In
is
between
not in my
hotels.
sense. My life is everything that happens when I wake up and I set my goals and I go to the gym and I take care of other responsibilities that I've just not shared because I don't need anybody trying to call and contact opportunities that I've been working on. I don't need anybody in my life like that. I don't need that negative energy, you know?
No, she doesn't need any advice. She just needs your money. Those of us who are living in houses, apartments, anything other than our car, she needs your money. She don't need your mouth. What you got to say to correct her. She needs your money.
What I mean? And last year, right as and people started calling my job and messing with me and emailing
Oh,
people and
oh,
then the year
here we
before that, y'all
go. Here we go. Here we go. People started calling you. What people? What people? Because the few jobs that you had for the time, we never hear about where you're working when you do have this job lined up. We never know. So who's calling? Who's calling your job? Are they getting you fired? Is that what you're trying to say?
I and just stuff like that. Like,
You really need a
so if you're not
job.
hearing me talk about jobs or job opportunities or interviews or how rigorously I'm working on things like that, that's why.
Why?
Okay?
Why?
Because I can become so enraged in dealing with people on here that are trying to mess with my life, bother my life. Like, so I think that's where the miscommunication comes in sometimes. Like, y'all gave me the blessings, the financial blessing that I didn't even know I needed this past weekend. I was prepared to be driving the whole weekend, just like I've been doing for the past however many months. Y'all know what I mean? Since I got my car, working and doing for myself and staying to myself and being grateful and working on whatever I can each day and getting a little bit sick of the same areas, the same places, the same faces, the same. Like, y'all, that's the part I think of. Like, you're like, when it's, I said car living, like, come on. You see a pillow in my car? I don't have no pillows in my car. You know, I don't live in a car. You don't live in a car. You know what you do in a car? You survive in a car.
You can call it whatever you want to, and with that dumbass laugh. Get a fucking job, Leah, and get an address. Other than that, you're homeless and you're living in your car. You can all you want to. Those are facts.
I don't know how better to explain it, right, April? You don't live in a car. You just survive, and you just survive by sleeping in your car. You're not. There's no living happening. You know what I mean? And the thing is, because we know a lot. Me and my daughter, we've seen a lot of people. They are in their car. They're surviving in their car, but they're actually trying to live in their car. They actually, guys, they actually trying to like really. Maybe I'm judging them, but
Why would she if she's begging and scamming online? Exactly. And those women need to stop giving her money. They need to stop. I'm so sick and tired of her. She was too good for Section 8 or affordable housing, forcing her daughter to spend thousands on hotels. Yeah. And good mothers would do whatever it takes. I mean, yes, Caitlin's an adult now, but this shit started when she was like 15, 16. whatever it takes to make sure their child has a better life than they had. Oh, successful. All she wants to do is blame her family and blame everybody else and blame this woman at the job looking at her and did this and men are or stalking her and plenty of excuses but no reasons.
But it appears that they are really comfortable. Like they're not thinking about the many different moving parts of what's happening in our society right now while you're surviving in your car. It's if you're trying to live.
Her whole you said her neck is swollen. Yeah, she's got health issues and I don't know what to say. And I can see her face on the side, the cheeks, something going on there, and the makeup not covering it up. The sunshine is just putting a spotlight on it. She in bad health.
In your car, that's the wrong perspective. If you're surviving in your car and you know you're in survival, like that's when you're taking action outside of your car, outside of your routine, outside of thinking that this is sufficient because it isn't. Okay.
So at one point, did you start living and stop surviving? You're not on an island. This ain't Survivor. You and Crystal Squirrels disgust me as parents, as mothers. Oh my God. Y'all just, y'all are ridiculous. DoorDash, she's by herself. She can do whatever, but y'all have or had children. And the amount of shit y'all put them through. Because you think you know everything. You think you know better. Meanwhile, you're grateful for everybody's coins.
Okay. It would do a number on you. You know what I mean? And um, you got to kind of pick your
Yeah, she
poison
a
to a
clown.
degree. And you just have to look at it like, okay, now that I'm able to, like for me, the struggle with the cars and all of that, I felt like that set me back for a period of time. Like I don't want to be in my car. But since I'm surviving,
Oh, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Bullshit. 5 years. You didn't want to be in your car, you would get a fucking job. Job. Guaranteed check every week, every 2 weeks. Job. And if you got to get two or three of them, so be it. I got a regular nighttime job and I do food deliveries. Ugh.
in my car right now, um, I'm just trying to start to continue to try to have healthy habits where I'm not self sabotaging because I'm living or I mean, I'm surviving in my vehicle. You know what I mean? So there ain't no living in your car.
You said the daughter shamed people on food stamps and fat shamed as well. Well, I'm not going to say that she's not wrong for that, but she is. But where does she get? Where do you think she gets that attitude from? This woman right here on the screen.
You're just in survival mode. A lot of changes that are happening out here in all of these areas and stuff like that, where I've seen an influx of people in their cars, and I've seen them doing it all different types of ways, you know. And it's not normal. It's never going to be normal, and you never normalize it, in my opinion. These are just my opinions.
But you
When
are
people
though,
say, "Oh, I feel all this freedom," the freedom is deceptive.
like you
Like
are.
I saw another person or whatever. Like I know y'all ain't finna go hard on another content creator, Doughdash, saying she living in her car, or she just moved in her car, or she lost her apartment, or whatever the case is. I know they're not finna go hard on her. They'll go hard on me all day, every day, all day. But and I don't want to live this life.
Oh, boo hoo! People have gone hard on DoorDash. Trust me, they have. I think these were the nights she showered at Walmart. Absolutely delusional. Yeah, she living in her car. I don't care what she said. All surviving, she want to. Surviving for 5+ years on your house on wheels.
Lifestyle. I don't want to be in this lifestyle. So
Bullshit.
I'm working on myself every day to get out of the lifestyle.
No, you're not.
And we're making progress. Me and Caitlin are making progress on this situation. But um, there's a deceptiveness with it because, oh, I can save so much money not having rent. I can say no because it's gonna take a toll on you. Okay, don't let anybody tell you move all your things into storage or I didn't have nothing moving to storage except just like clothes. But don't let anybody tell you leave your place, leave your apartment, stop working hard, stop working for the man, hate the cubicle, and move into your vehicle. Like, don't let people tell you all that crazy stuff. Because there are people that are actually in a lifestyle that didn't want to. I didn't go in and say, oh, I'm turning in my keys to move in my vehicle. Like that.
Ooh, ooh. Now we talking. Now we talking bad about DoorDash. Just a few lives ago, y'all, living the same boat. Now you're talking down about DoorDash. You ain't turning in your keys. Yeah.
That wasn't my intention when I moved to this area. You know what I mean, guys? Like, that wasn't never what I even expected. Like, I thought I'd move here real quick, get my little job, and get my place and be on with my business. Like,
So you didn't have a plan. You didn't get the job first and then move. Mm.
this, then the car started breaking last year, and that became a whole season
Stop
of
buying
literally
lemons.
surviving in a car, a broken one. That was not my intention. Like, I didn't wake up thinking, oh, this is gonna be a conscious decision. I never lived in a car before and never wanted to. So I want to clarify that. Like people think that no, I never want to be never want to be a person sleeping in a vehicle or anything any remotely anything close to that. So there are some people who choose this particular lifestyle,
Like
not me.
yourself. Yes, you have.
Okay,
Yes, you have.
I have fought it and fought it and fought it in what 3 vehicles now, and my prayer is that as this breakthrough comes through this week, that I will be out of this circumstance and situation and living a better life. Okay? So don't let anybody tell you, no matter what their opinion or thoughts are, that's not what it was for me. I know people right now on TikTok, YouTube, social media, all we that's the only people we're gonna know, right? Those are the only people we would actually know that want to live this lifestyle, who have literally had a place to lay their head and didn't want to go get a regular job, didn't want to work, didn't want to get out of this shitty situation. And because of that, they decided they was gonna move into their car. That was not me. Okay? Because when I came here, guys, that was not my intent at all. I figured, okay, I'll run my food orders for a little bit, getting an income coming in last year when I had that other car that I had that was breaking. And minute one I got to the city, that car started breaking all the way to the ground. And I was forced to spend crazy amounts of money living in hotels and, well, basically hotels or whatever in the area. And then through that, but one good thing about that process was I was able to help Caitlin get to the next level, get her credit together, get credit. She didn't have credit, but get credit, get a really, really good job at a hospital, which she still has, thank you, Jesus, and start working on myself now. And recently, really trying to hit the gym life and get back in the gym life and get my life back. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, make sure that your workhorse has everything she needs, but you won't do shit. You get a job.
there's a difference between moving in your car because that's what you want to do and getting stuck living in a car. Like, or feeling due to circumstances ending up in your car. That was me. Okay, guys? That was me. That was my circumstance. I didn't go and say, oh, I'm going to go move into a car. Mm-mm. There's nothing glamorous about it. To me personally, if you willingly want to do it, it makes no sense. But
And you're
Some people
willingly
feel
doing
like
it.
that's what they gotta do to get ahead. I'm not knocking them for that. I don't see how to me personally, paying for rent somewhere, regular rent, not hotels, not Airbnbs, not all that BS stuff that's outrageously crazy. Like to me, that makes more sense to get ahead like that. Or, if that person cannot afford it, get their roommate or something like that. I don't know. But I would not have ever consciously decided to move into a vehicle. I would never go turn my keys in and say, oh, I'm going to my vehicle now. No. And apparently, like I said, there are some people who have embraced this type of lifestyle for whatever their reasons are. To me, there's some psychological stuff going on there. Me personally, I don't like it. I've never liked it. But I think for a lot of the guys, for y'all that watch my channel, y'all are my true followers, true supporters. Actually, know, when you listen to other people's commentary, they think that I've normalized this. That was never my intention. Okay,
Actions
so
speak
I
louder
just
than
want to clear
words.
that up because I didn't even think about that piece of it. People will speak for me and tell y'all that I wake up happy to live in my car. No, hell no. I'm in survival mode, using my car as a mechanism to try to get ahead because I didn't want to leave a city that was plentiful in jobs and opportunities. So I didn't want to leave this city, to go get on welfare somewhere where, as y'all see, the guy in office is doing everything in his possibility to make those programs very difficult to not only get into, but to maintain too, which is what I was telling y'all some years back that it was going to change. Living, sleeping, being in your vehicle, being on welfare and government and food stamps, being on all these entitlement programs is no longer going to be a viable way to live at all. Like it's not viable anyways, but it's not going to be sustainable long term, guys.
And it's not supposed to be. It's assistance to help you get from one point to another. But you're too good for that. You rather just send your daughter working using all her money. And I'm pretty sure when she gets her income tax, you're gonna take full advantage of that.
Okay, corporations are very well aware that anybody that is living this type of or surviving this type of way, that's another person that's not paying for rent, utilities, and all of that type of stuff. And corporations are greedy; they want their money. So one way or another, you're gonna get squeezed out of both of those type of lifestyles, and that is quickly coming, guys. So I've been working on it. Yeah, I've been working on that in the background. So I
Well,
just wanted to clear that up. I want to
no,
thank you again for those that
no.
blessed me this weekend. I didn't ask for it. You blessed me, and it was needed. It was needed because, like I said, I've been running myself ragged, guys. The comp. So I ain't gonna go into no details because I was almost about to say it. But just pray with me, guys. Please pray with me so I can move forward and go and get out of this because I'm being ready. Was never ready. I wasn't never ready to be in my vehicle. Like I never lived in a vehicle. I never been in a vehicle. And this past year or whatever
Five
it is
years.
has been some very trying times.
5 years, Leah.
So emotionally and psychologically both.
Five
Emotionally because
years.
when you get close to a breakthrough and then you have little obstacles or whatever, like I'm starting to unpack my trauma or whatever from childhood and adulthood and whatever. Like I'm unpacking that. I have to handle that separate from clearly from whatever I have going on in my life. You know what I mean? And like my living situation. So I have to just continue to work on my own self esteem, to continue to build myself up, guys, and do it in a way that's productive, so that I can.
You want to build your self esteem? First of all, get a job. You're an adult. That's the first thing you can do. Get a job.
To forge forward and not internalize any of my struggles and my circumstances on me just as a person, and I know that I work really hard and I've worked really hard over the years, and I can get back in that groove and do it again because I'm food delivery is another survival mechanism for me right now. That's what I've been doing, you know, to keep some money and income coming in, pay my cell phone bill, my gym memberships, gas, oil changes, all that good stuff. Y'all know what I'm saying. So that part. So there are going to continue to be major changes happening in America right now that we can unpack later in other videos as I progress in other areas, and I will announce the uh, very positive things that I pray is going to come to fruition over the next week in my private group. So y'all will get I'll send y'all a community tab message and let y'all know whenever I announce that in my private group, and we go from there, guys. So
I heard there's
that's it,
nothing over in
guys.
that private group.
It has, and a lot of people are being kind of silent on the struggles that they've been experiencing, because y'all know how it is. Like, nobody wants to talk about the negative stuff that's been going on in their life, or it's just struggles or whatever. Like, I went through something really really bad the other week, but it didn't have nothing to do with Caitlin or anything. It was just me. It was something I was experiencing and going through. You know what I mean? And I don't like talking about my emotional trauma, from family and stuff. I don't like to talk about that. I'm not, like I said, it had nothing to do with Caitlin. External stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I just go through myself, by myself, guys. I try to unpack all of my emotional stuff that I'm personally going through when I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So I'm not a total drag on Caitlin or whatever. She going through enough on her own. So, and she gonna be celebrating a year at her job real soon. Real soon. That's a blessing. And now I'm working on that. I'm working on that. So if you ever sit back and think, oh, she don't want to, no, I'm not verbalizing it. You know what I mean? I'm no longer verbalizing it. Like, I clearly want that regular off on weekend lifestyle. Like, who doesn't? I don't know anyone who doesn't. But then again, like I said, there are some people who have embraced this type of living arrangement for whatever psychotic situation that they find themselves in,
And
or
you have
they want to
embraced
live
it.
like that. Not me personally. I would never want to sleep and live in my vehicle.
Five
Not me.
years.
It's nothing that I've ever want to be accustomed to, and to me, it's nothing you would get used to. I'm not
Five
getting used to it. Okay.
years.
I don't know how people can. You wake up, you're grateful, you're thankful, you survived another night or whatever, but it's not something I'm trying to embrace, me personally. So I just wanted to clear it up, throw it out there, ask you guys to pray with me as I get very close to this breakthrough that I really need, so that I can go forward. And then I can get in a place, and I can seek counseling, and I can talk to a therapist about all of the things that I've went through throughout my life, that have things that have led me here. Y'all know
Yeah, and your subscribers will be paying for that too.
what I'm saying? Like, I need to unpack all of that, because when you in your car and then you hit setbacks, or you hit roadblocks or walls or whatever, like, it can feel, the weight of it is heavier, in my opinion. Okay, the weight of it is a lot heavier. So, I want to get myself into my place or whatever, something else that we've been working on, and then I want to unpack that through therapy. I'm gonna look, because somebody had told me about a free therapist or something. I forget who it was, but I saved this person in my phone, because I've been getting people's phone numbers and talking to people or whatever, like in different situations, circumstances, and whatever cases and stuff. And they be telling me different things, and I'm gonna be sure to work on it. So I have all these people's phone numbers and stuff saved in my phone, and I'm gonna work on that. That's it, guys. And that's what's been going on with me lately. It's like I'm so tired
Hey,
of the waiting
Juanita.
room. Like, I've been in the waiting room for 3 years. There was a part of my life that felt normal, despite me not having permanent residence. It felt much more normal. Being in hotels, Airbnbs, extended stays, whatever the case is, that felt more normal than this. And during that time, I wasn't really thinking about so much unpacking the trauma because I wasn't even acknowledging that I've been through trauma. Y'all know what I mean? Like, that's a positive step for me. Because I try to wear this shell, and I try to feel like I can handle a lot of different things or situations and stuff. And
Yeah, it's been a
sometimes I
long
realize, of
time.
course, I'm a human being, and I'm gonna go through my ups and downs, and I can't handle all of that by myself. So I'm gonna get me a therapist whenever I get.
Well, let's say you told us you loved it. This is your third car in a year and a half. There are several mothers who were in Section 8 and left the program while you have done this. She likes living like this. Or getting an apartment. If they do, it's gonna be all Caitlin. It's going to be all Caitlin. And I'm pretty sure that Caitlin's tax return will be funding wherever they stay.
Into me a place, guys, and I can dump on my therapist. The rage. I can dump the rage on my therapist. The rage and the issues and the things I go through, my therapist.
Instead of your daughter, that'd be good.
Because I was just telling Caitlin the other day that I was dealing with it, that I was going through that, and I was telling her it ain't got nothing to do with her. And I don't be want to even talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of them people that be want to talk about the rage or the anger. And what I'm noticing is that I'm a lot more sensitive, and certain things that get said to me, it really take me a whole, not by Caitlin, like I said, but certain individuals, certain things they'll say will just really like affect me. Like, not in my day-to-day activity. I still get up and active, I'm active, I'm working out, I'm doing the best that I can in my diet, and I don't feel like I'm losing it when I'm by myself.
Yeah, her voice
But
can
certain
be annoying.
things people will say will just, and sometimes I just sit back and think and I get angry. You know what I mean, guys? Like, because a lot of people, I don't know if I left my stories on here, but I've been through a lot of unnecessary bullshit, for no reason.
And you put your daughter through the same.
Just projected, no reason.
Yeah, projecting on the Caitlin. Speak on it.
Reason, guys. Just, that doesn't even make any sense. And me and Caitlin got into a long conversation. It wasn't no argument, but it was actually a long conversation about this the other day. And I was clarifying some things for her, like my opinion versus her opinion, or my thoughts about whatever it was versus her thoughts about whatever it was. And we really, really, really had a good conversation that I feel like went somewhere in a very positive manner,
You could be telling us anything.
I think a lot of people will put words in my mouth, and people will do channels and videos and because it's not just the thing is, I'm not just targeting people that just do videos about me. People think a lot of things that they feel like they assume a lot of things that I'm feeling or thinking or my intentions or whatever just because I don't speak on it. Y'all know what I mean? Can y'all get the likes up for that? Like, I don't speak on things that I think, and then people run with it, or they think all this other stuff without clarifying with me. I did never move into my car on purpose. I didn't move to another city to live in my car. I never wanted to have no type of car life. That was not my intention. Okay? And when I first got into not having my permanent residence, I wasn't broke, guys, by a long shot. And I didn't think the season would last like this. And I didn't think the season had seasons. Because it's like this is kind of like a winter. You right? You have a winter and you might have a week of rain, or you might have a sunny week, but it be cold outside. Or you might have a hot week. That's how this season for me has felt like. Like it's still winter. It's just different parts of winter. You know what I mean? So, and then going through that experience for such a long period of time without that breakthrough, I'm not gonna allow the non-breakthrough to break me down. You know what I mean? So I've been sitting and being conscious. Like, I had a wave of emotions or whatever a minute ago because I had a setback. And I was thinking, why am I internalizing this? This is literally what people have to do in different situations when they're trying to get to the next step. Like, why am I personally internalizing this? And then when I was unpacking it, it was like, oh, that's got something to do with my trauma. You know what I mean? And that was part of the conversation I had with Caitlin too. I was talking about unpacking trauma and how a lot of times I don't trust people, guys. That's one big. And even though I say, hey, yeah, don't trust people, guard yourself, guard your heart, guard your life or whatever for safety purposes and stuff. But I don't trust people, guys, and that's something I've got to work on within myself. Because again, that trauma comes back up, and then my mistrust for people, I don't be trusting nobody, And any of you guys, if you've ever talked to me on the phone or whatever, you can feel the brick wall. You can feel it. I know you can. Because somebody has told me, girl, what does it take me to get through that wall? It's going to take me to go through therapy on my own
But you'll take everybody's dollars.
for me to let walls down. Because I've trusted people, the most important people in my life, and they've hurt me so bad. You know what I mean? And they don't see it, or they don't care, or they don't acknowledge it, or they never ask. None of that got unpacked. None of it has gotten unpacked, And the people, when you really needed them, you really, like, it wasn't one of those situations where people go, well, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps when, my family wasn't there. Everybody not able to do that. Because you don't understand the levels and the levels of hurt that they've experienced, and then there was other layers of hurt within that hurt that has affected them in so many ways. So it's like you don't get to living these type of lifestyles overnight. Like, this is trauma unpacked, repackaged, mixed in with a lot of mixed in.
And make sure that Caitlin gets therapy too, because she's gonna need it living with you.
With a lot of missed milestones. And like I said, this was part of the conversation me and Caitlin had the other day. And I was talking to her and telling her, a lot of times I might not wake up or say something that I'm going through. It could be something so small. I mean, it's not every day, all day, but sometimes little things will trigger certain things. Like, I can see people around me, my age, whatever, living certain lifestyles and stuff like that. And, I try not to allow that to affect me because I'm trying to live in the spirit and be a person that's grateful. So I don't know who that has helped today. Yeah, it's going to get real hot. I don't know who that has helped today, but it's important. It's important when I say I take a mental health break, that's what I mean. I'm processing the trauma and the hurt and the anger and the rage. And I'm saying I'm not going to allow people and situations and circumstances to send me to hell because I have unforgiveness or I have unpacked traumas that I'm not dealing with myself. I'm trying to be in a forgiving stage. With whether a person say, hey, can you forgive me? Or I've hurt you, or they acknowledge it or they don't acknowledge it. Because I'm not even bringing it up to people anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not calling family members or people and saying, you hurt me like this, that, and the third. And the other day at the gym, I ran into an ex. And he was like, hey, do I know you? And first I was thinking, I really don't want to talk to this person.
Crystal Swords
But
2.0, yep.
Caitlin asked me what I want for dinner. I'll tell her in a minute. But actually, I already ate dinner. She just get dinner. But yeah, he was like, hey, and I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I'm not even worried about that. I promise you. Everybody that I have I feel like has wronged me, and everybody I hope that I have wronged, I'm personally just ask for forgiveness, and I'm personally forgiving. That's the.
I want to know what the ex said. Damn, you changed, to put it nicely.
First stage for me of my healing is now to acknowledge, is there unforgiveness there so I can move on? You know what I mean? Like, so I can graduate out of this. And that's where I'm at in my life, guys. And because I feel like if I still feel rage, then I haven't forgiven. That's how I feel. Y'all can tell me in the comments if you think that too. If I have moments where I feel rage, am I even forgiving people? Whether they know they hurt me or they intended to or they didn't intend to, I just know I feel hurt. You know what I mean? So my thing is, if I'm still feeling rage and anger, I don't feel like I forgave the person.
Hold up. Did she ever take Crystal's offer to move her? Did Crystal wait? Did Crystal offer? Because I haven't heard about that. Look, the ex is bum too. She bragged about him, but anybody who had a daughter, well, are we sure it's that ex and maybe not some other?
I mean, that's what I think when I think on it, you know? Ain't no way in the world I forgave a person if I'm in rage and I'm angry. And I don't even want ill towards anyone. So I saw him the other day in the gym and I didn't want to talk to this guy. I didn't want to talk to him and I was still nice anyways. But that's a lot. That's me all the time, right? I literally can run into what I feel like is sometimes something can be so simple, guys, and I will run straight into the fire and I'll still smile while I'm getting burned. So there's that, you know? I do it anyways. That's the only way that I've survived all this time is to get up and constantly do things anyways. That's
Except
how we
get a
all
job.
survive, right?
Except get a job.
You know? So this is my update, guys. The breakthrough is coming. It is. It's actually at my doorstep.
This is breakthrough number what, y'all? Because I haven't watched her like that in a long time, but I've heard that breakthrough word before.
And now I have to get past, throw all of my crap and my trauma in a trunk, lock it, throw it into a proverbial ocean so that I can run through this open door, like right now, you know? Because it's not just me clearly that's affected. Like, Caitlin's going to be affected if I'm not doing that. I have all the tools and all the skills and all the experience and everything I need, guys, to run through this door that's coming up. I got it. It's in me. Sometimes, like today, I've hit that roadblock or whatever. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I'm going to work on that roadblock tomorrow. And then I get mad and feel rage about other stuff that actually, right now, I don't really have the time to unpack. That's why I said when I get my apartment, guys, I'm going to get me a counselor, hopefully someone that's free. And I want them to be brutally honest with me and tell me all the things I need to work on or how I can be better so I can continue to get better. You know what I mean? And be better and do better. And I can pray that I never find myself in this situation again, guys. So I want to thank those who just independently, y'all just blessed me, you know, and it was so needed because I was so tired this past weekend, you know, and I was still going to run 1,000,000 miles on my car to get ahead, you know. So that's it.
At what point are you going to get ahead? You've been
I'm
talking
blessed for
about that
that.
forever.
Thank you so much. If you're watching, thank you. I know I sent you a heart or whatever in Cash App, and I thanked you for it. You know, I'm grateful. Thank you very much. And I know that I sent you a thank you there, but I'm personally saying thank you on my channel. And you sent me something I didn't even know I needed. It because it is in everything right now. It's not just money. I'm out here getting money. You know, I'm not getting all the money I need, but I'm maintaining an income every month. So when I go get my place, because we've already know where we're gonna probably go. We already know what apartment we're gonna get approved for, guys. So we've been making progress in those areas. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all.
Just
But I
waiting on
haven't just come out and
just
stated,
waiting on
you know.
Caitlin's income tax.
Thank you so much, guys. And I'm gonna come back on here maybe in a couple of days or so. But I know I'm gonna update my private group with either yes or no for that door, if it was open or shut. If the door is shut, I'm gonna do a private group video. If the door is open, I'm gonna do a private group video. All right. So that's the update, guys. I'm still working on myself continuously. I'm moving forward. We're moving forward. Caitlin's hit some milestones with her job and stuff, which is positive. And that's it. She still has the same. She's still at the same place, guys.
And why don't you do the same, SoStressful? You really need to change your name, honestly.
And it has been a challenge, but she's still there. She's the only African American girl in her unit, and that's a blessing, guys. Yeah, a younger woman, by the way. I think she's the youngest person there. Her friend, she's the second youngest person in her department. Everybody else is older, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, that sort of thing. So don't worry about that, guys. I have done everything, been through all of everything to help her maintain what she has, okay?
Oh my goodness, you done it all. You done it all. She's the one that gets up and goes to work. You may have helped her fill out the application, but she's the one that's grinding, not you. Trying to take all the credit, but you're not doing any of the work.
And that's that, guys. She started building her credit. Her credit is good. So leave y'all's comments below. Tell me what y'all think. Thank y'all for watching. And I'm going to catch you guys definitely on the next uh, video. I'll give y'all an update soon in a private group, and then I'll come back on here probably Monday of next week or so and give y'all another update. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, get that income tax check. Oh my goodness. I hope she does get therapy. As much as she's on YouTube, there's what is it called? Better Help. Yeah. Ooh, anyway, thank y'all. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go to work. Good night.